we have to talk about films. We have to talk about disruption. And उसके लिए एकता मैम, this one's for you. Please tell me. एक समय था टीवी में एक ही चीज देखते थे, फिर हम 5 आया, क्योंकि सास भी बहुत ही आया, disruptive था काफी. And everybody started.
LSDO, they all came from Alt. Then Alt became a mass brand with digital. So the time had come to launch a new brand. So we thought ki Alt, which is a culture, came from there. So we decided to launch this brand with this film because the script, the absolute riveting thriller that this is, without being typical, without being in the normal space, and Anurag has added so much newness to it that I was like very happy that they took me on as studio.
I'm very happy that Ekta chose dobaaraa to be the film launch currently. It's a big honor, in itself.
और dobaaraa, every time there is so much excitement when we see it directed by Anurag Kashyap. dobaaraa, yes. dobaaraa, yes. एक तेरा साथ, वैसे वो मेरे को वो याद आ गया अचानक से dobaaraa when I saw it.
dobaaraa the time portal.
Yes. अभी बहुत सारे राज खुलने वाले, मैं बता दूं. अनुराग सर, every time we see directed by Anurag Kashyap, बड़ा सारा excitement होता है, and you have in a way redefined Indian cinema. मैंने कहा ना, disruptive वाला tag यहाँ लगा है, redefine करने वाला आपको, be it Gangs of Wasseypur, 5 और देवटी. यहाँ क्या हो रहा है?
वो तो आप इस तरह क्या वो मैं नहीं बताऊंगा. वो मैं नहीं बताऊंगा because it's unlike anything I have also done before. मैं भी थोड़ा डरा हुआ. और the amazing thing is the producers and everybody trusted me so much to bring my own self to it and allow us the changes. Me and Neil Babe, also the writer who was part of you at one time. He was the film critic at Times of India. He's the one who's adapted it. And also allowing us to play with it, to make it more exciting and everything. And this is grateful.
As I said, disruptive या redefine करने वाला या off-roading करने वाला, मेरे दिमाग में वही आता है. You guys love off-roading.
सड़क पे तो कभी चला ही नहीं.
है ना? तो कौन यहाँ ज्यादा disruptive है? Is it Ekta Kapoor, EK और AK?
I think हम लोग दोनों ही.
It can't be EK. You have to always lead with your director. And my director leads, we follow, we support him. That's our job.
The amazing thing was when she saw the film, she said, कुछ भी हो जाए, ये फिल्म मैं theatrical release करूँगी और मैं cult इससे launch करूँगी. And this her whole gang of friends, like each one called me and they said, ये क्या है? So that was very empowering. I think for in times like today, today's times when it's very
easy with an Anurag Kashyap film to go direct to OTT. कोई ना कोई people were like very interested in buying it. We had a post-theatrical OTT deal with Netflix, but
it's already there. Netflix is already there.
But there were other people who wanted to buy
digital
and wanted to give us a lot more money. But movie देखने के बाद I came out of the movie and I was like, I needed a minute. I said ये बहुत अच्छी फिल्म है. तो मैंने अपने, and I've done this 2-3 times before in life, called up my mom कि थोड़ा बहुत risk ले ले. I said इतना ही लेंगे, पीएनए का लेंगे, ज़्यादा नहीं लेंगे, और उतना ले लें. And she said क्यों? I said ठीक है, मैं अपने दोस्तों को दिखाती हूँ. मैंने घर पे एक स्क्रीनिंग रखी, अपने दोस्तों को बुलाया, and they all came out and they all looked at each other and said, bring it to the theaters, yeah. I said only South films are doing well, only big films are doing well, only mass films are doing well. This is nothing like that. But everyone was like, why don't you do this? Because the film is so good. There are 2 types of films. One, which will get appreciation on OTT, and they have viewers. But a film gets patrons when somebody pays for it. So this I felt as a film deserves a patronage, and this is because the team put in such a good job. I said, थोड़ा risk financially मैं ले लूँगी, which is really small. Luckily, I have not put too much expectation on the film. And a little bit, I wanted to give the film the chance of having a patronage.
Right. you know, we could all see that twinkle in your eye when you are talking about this and the entire journey इसके साथ की आपका साथ दिया है इसमें सुनील खेत्रपाल साहब ने, ladies and gentlemen. He'll also be joining us on the big screen here, जो कि मेरे right में है, and he's produced movies in Hindi and Tamil. साथ ही केसरी की बात करें, बदला की बात करें, he's been there. Thank you आने वाली है sir. The intern का Indian adaptation आने वाला है. So welcome Sunir sir.
Thank you.
Sir, I can see you enjoying yourself, sir. कहाँ हैं आप? Please बताइए.
लंदन में
लंदन
से मेरे DVD ले आना.
Anurag, this is not DVD. This film started with a script. You came on script. Actors came on script.
मेरे DVD जो episode में deliver हो गए बोले यार.
Direct to home. So, sir, please tell us something about this journey. You know, coming together with Ekta, Kapoor, Anurag Kashyap, Taapsee. You know, this amazing team, and producing this Kamal ka movie that we'll be getting to see.
No, this film is unique. You know, before this, the director of the original film had made Invisible Guest, which we made as Badla.
Right.
And while we were making Badla, we got hold of the script of Miraj. So the unique thing about this is that even before the Spanish film got made, we had picked up the Indian language to the script. Everybody associated with this film has actually come on the English language script. So technically not something that you see and then you say, okay, I want to do this film. It's unique in the sense, the source material, we tend to pick up everything which comes from Spain from this writer-director. And Anurag had, you know, it's like a no entry board in front of Anurag's office home phones when it comes to remake. But this script he read and came on board, which is very heartening. Taapsee had read the script and said yes to the film. You know, Ekta, when the film was presented to her, she came on board quickly. We needed a partner like that because it's a, you know, it's a unique film in the genre. So it's been a great journey. Just that when you see the trailer, you will see a gated community with 3 houses. And we traveled all over the world to do recce's and try and find those houses. We couldn't. Eventually, we found them in our backyard. So it's been unique, and it's great to see that it's coming in theaters next month.
Right. Sir, also IFFM पे भी दिखाने वाले हैं ये फिल्म, Indian Film Festival of Melbourne. Sir, ये international audience को मेरे को लपेटे में लेके चलना है, ऐसा कुछ होता है शुरू से? Because
नहीं ऐसा नहीं होता है. मतलब especially when you're making a film,
right,
which in itself is a remake, और original film का जो filmmaker जो सारे festivals में play करता है, same festivals are playing this, right, and it's being the opening film. Yes. And it is not playing at the Art House Festival. It's playing at the Genre Festival, which is as commercial as it can get. So I'm saying the way it is, yeah, Fantasia and all the other things that we can't say because it's unofficial. But even post-release is going to play at so many festivals it's lined up. So वो जो response और reaction है, वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा overwhelming है because पहले remake के साथ ज़्यादा होता नहीं है ऐसा.
It is not, of course, it is not.
Yeah, remake के साथ ज़्यादा होता नहीं है. We are playing at the genre festivals. Right? Genre festivals is where mainstream commercial thrillers and horrors get played.
धमाकेदार film, as she said, जोरदार धमाकेदार film. So what we'll do is we'll have a quick photo op for you wonderful people, है ना? हो जाए, and then we'll take it forward with your questions.
There's no heroine on the stage. It's the producer
हमारी heroine जो
and
है,
the director. Bear with us.
हमारी heroine SRK के साथ डंकी शूट.
Right. So we also want you to stand over here with Sunir sir. ये virtual एक photo हो जाए. Virtual photo आप भी बनता है यार. Look at his smile, कितना सही दिख रहा है वहाँ पे. पूरा माहौल बन रहा है पीछे. You know, it's as if he has effect or something. Sunir sir, you're killing it. Yeah, बिल्कुल सब virtual कर रहे हैं हम लोग. All right. So now with this, ladies and gentlemen, it's over to you, wonderful people. and you can shoot your questions. जी, कहाँ से आ रहा है पहला सवाल?
Hi, Shatma this side from Home Bollywood. Center. This side.
Yeah.
So the trailer look amazing. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
And my question will be from Ekta ma'am. Ma'am, you have worked with Kangna earlier. उनके साथ जो आपका collaboration रहा, उसके बाद हमने further भी बहुत सारे दूसरे collaboration देखे. अब तापसी के साथ आप काम कर रही हैं. तो हम क्या further collaboration उनके साथ भी देखेंगे? First.
Absolutely. It's an amazing thing to collaborate with such amazing actors. और अगर कोई project इतना interesting हो, maybe I will only go to the actors and say, यार, please ये script पढ़ लो. So it is a very very heartening thing to work with great actors, and they bring in a lot more. Kangna is a brilliant actor, and so is Taapsee.
Right. And since we all know that Kangna said once कि Taapsee is, Sasti Kangna run out. I need to know from you what similarities do you see in Kangna and Taapsee?
कैसा question है?
There's no similarity.
There is only one similarity. Both are amazing trailblazer women, and to play them against each other is not your and my job. We're women. We adjust each other's crown,
Right.
not remove it.
Hi.
Sanchika here from Instagram. My question is to Anurag. Okay. As we know that Dobaaraa is the remake of Mirage. So I wanted to know how true is Dobaaraa to the source material, or have you made it completely your own?
No, I can't make a film if I don't make it my own.
And
Oh.
another, yeah.
I can't. But this is, yes, the essence of the story is obviously taken from that. But like Sunir said, that we started from the script. The film had not yet come out. So the whole adaptation and everything came from the script, and then we also had to keep in mind that who we are speaking to as an audience. And हम लोग ने अपना काम किया, फिल्म को रेफर ही नहीं किया. So original film को रेफर ही नहीं किया, which is why probably also why it is so different. This is why everybody else is also reacting to it like that.
And I have another
But I never wanted to do a remake in my life. Taapsee had reached out to me, say, "This script पढ़ो आप, find me a director for this." So I did not read the script. I tried finding a director, and when I read the script, I was like, "यार तू इधर क्यों ढूंढ रहा है? मैं खुद ही करता हूँ."
Anurag sir, there is a question on my side. Yeah, Surya from Bollywood Crazies. Yeah, my question is that मनमर्जिया छोड़ और ये फिल्म दोबारा काफी वक्त ले रहे हैं आपको डायरेक्ट करने में. हम सब आपकी फिल्में देखना चाहते हैं हर साल एटलीस्ट. Why this is so late and है ना, वो भी थिएटर्स में तो मेरा 4 साल बाद.
फिल्में तो बना रहा हूँ मैं लगातार. पहले दोबारा को रिलीज होने दो, बिकॉज एक तो थिएटर काफी समय से बंद थे और माहौल थोड़ा सा अभी सबके लिए बहुत कंफ्यूजिंग सा है. मतलब जैसे इन्होंने बोला साउथ की फिल्में चल रही हैं, एक तरह का माहौल क्रिएट हो रहा है जहाँ पे सब लोग बोल रहे हैं क्या चलता है क्या नहीं चलता है. एवरीबॉडी इज रिस्किंग a release. It's like such a amazing thing. Everybody is risking a release. It's like हमारी फिल्म का कोई इतना प्रॉब्लम because our film is already Netflix पे है after a few months, but already आने वाली है. But the thing is उसके बावजूद हर deciding that ये फिल्म मैं थिएटर में रिलीज करूँगी was very heartening and very empowering because जितना ये जिद्दी है तो सबको पता है. और इसने जब डिसाइड करके मेरे को बोला तो हाँ मतलब वो इमोशनली आप देख के रिएक्ट करते हो ऐसा बोल दिया होगा. But she just did not let on. She says, "You believe me, and you have to be there with me, and we'll do it, and we'll put everything out there." And she has stood by it. And for me, and then another surprise came in. It was not originally sent for festivals at all. I was passing through. I was on my way to the US. I was passing through, and the final cut of the film, Sakshi was sitting there, who was the second unit director as well, who was like literally my collaborator in everything. उसने मेरे को वो फाइनल जो है हमारे लैपटॉप पे लोड किया कि आप चेक करें ना फ्लाइट में सब ठीक है कि नहीं. और I had a long layover in London, and at that time the festival, the 2 days left for the before the festival application date was to be locked. I was there in London and I was hanging around with people at BFI and they were like, "Yaar, तुम्हारी कोई film नहीं देखी बहुत time से. We have not seen your film. Do you have anything?" I said, "I've just got the final copy of my new film, but it's a remake because I know festivals do not take remakes." तो मैंने पहले बोल दिया रीमेक. So अभी जब ओरिजिनल फिल्म जब आएगी तब मैं दिखाऊंगा. Well, can we see it? I said, मेरे सामने बैठ के देख सकते हो देख लो because you know it's an unreleased film. So I sat there while they saw the film and suddenly there was this response and it just went exploding after that. And from all sides when it starts exploding you're like यार हमें शायद नहीं दिखता है क्योंकि हमें अपना बच्चा नॉर्मल है उसको कुछ दिखा होगा. And then it's everyone started picking it up. एक जगह गई तो दूसरे ने बोला तो तीसरे ने बोला फिर सबने देखना चालू किया. Everybody started picking it up and I was like I've never seen it happen with the remake. So that's what gives me a big confidence. The remakes don't get picked up like that.
Hi Anurag, this is Ravi from ABP News. अनुराग अभी एकता मैम ने भी बताया, आप भी बोल रहे थे बहुत कंफ्यूजिंग टाइम है और सब रिस्क कर रहे हैं रिलीज करके थिएटर में. तरह तरह की थियरीज चल रही. जब भी ये सवाल किसी भी स्टार से या फिल्म मेकर से पूछा जाता है कि हिंदी फिल्में उतना अच्छा क्यों नहीं कर रही हैं जितना साउथ इंडियन फिल्में कर रही हैं हाल फिलहाल में, तो सब अलग अलग थियरीज दे रहे हैं कि हम लोग मासी फिल्म बनाना भूल गए हैं. कोई बोल रहा है 70s 80s में जिस तरह फिल्में
हमारी हिंदी फिल्म में रूटेड नहीं. बहुत सिंपल.
आप किस तरह से देखते हैं?
बोल रहा हूँ बहुत सिंपल आंसर है. आप जब तमिल फिल्म देखते हो, तेलुगु फिल्म देखते हो या मलयालम फिल्म देखते हो, वो अपने कल्चर में रूटेड है. चाहे वो कल्चर मेन स्ट्रीम हो चाहे नॉन मेन स्ट्रीम. हमारी फिल्म में रूटेड ही नहीं है. हमारे यहाँ जो हिंदी बोल नहीं पाते, अंग्रेजी बोलने वाले लोग हिंदी फिल्में बना रहे हैं. हमारी फिल्म में रूटेड नहीं है. जहाँ रूटेड होती है वहाँ चलती है. क्यों नहीं चलती है? हमारे मेन स्ट्रीम फिल्म मेकर्स जब अपनी फिल्म बनाते हैं तो चलती हैं. हम लोग अपनी फिल्म नहीं बना रहे. कंगू भाई की ना बोल भलैया वर्क की, वो जो 2 फिल्म मेकर्स थे उन्होंने वही फिल्म बनाई जो वो बनाते हैं. बाकी फिल्म मेकर्स वो बनाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं जो वो नहीं बनाते. वो इम्प्रेस करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, अपना जॉनर चेंज कर रहे हैं, अपना कुछ और कर रहे हैं. इसलिए हम लोग रूटेड, जब जैसे हम रूट होंगे अपने फिल्म में चलेंगे.
अनुराग एक सवाल और है मेरा. किल बिल जो एक कल्ट फिल्म मानी जाती है हॉलीवुड की,
उसका रीमेक नहीं बना.
वो रीमेक नहीं है, होमाज है.
होमाज में नहीं बना. वो आपको तब पता चलेगा जब मैं बनाऊंगा.
उसके बारे में कुछ
बहुत सिंपल सी चीज है. देखिए, आप एक क्लासिक का रीमेक बनाना बेवकूफी होती है. एक फिल्म ऑलरेडी है इतनी बड़ी क्लासिक में, क्यों उसका रीमेक बनाऊंगा? तो अगर आपने मेरी टी शर्ट देखी होगी जो मैंने अनाउंसमेंट देखी थी, किल बिल था, खून भरी मांग में था. ठीक है, तो खून भरी मांग जो है किल बिल से पहले बनी थी. ठीक है, तो ऐसा नहीं होता. मैं क्या बना रहा हूँ मैं भी बताने का कोई फायदा नहीं. जब मैं बना लूंगा आप देखना, उसके बाद आप डिसाइड करना क्या है.
Anurag, slightly to your left. Oh, yeah. Anurag, you've done some wonderful thrillers over the years, but this is the first time we see sci-fi elements also seep into a story. Why such a late interest in science fiction?
I'm very scared of it. I'm very scared of science fiction. I'm thinking you have on one. See, today the world is one place, right? OTT पे आप सब देखते हो. हमारी ऑडियंस कैसी है आज के डेट में? अगर आप नोलन नहीं हो सकते उधर घुसे मत. हमारी ऑडियंस भी देखती है. अगर आप उस लेवल पे नहीं जा सकते तो जाओ ही मत. अपनी फिल्म बनाओ. तो मैं तो एक तो पहले स्पेशल इफेक्ट से बहुत डरता हूँ, साईफाई से डरता हूँ, सबसे डरता हूँ. वो डर जाने में बहुत टाइम लगा मेरा, और वो ऐसा नहीं कि पूरी तरह चला गया. अभी मैं बोल रहा हूँ, इतना अगर ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट होते तो मैं फिल्म बनाने से पहले बोल देता देखो हर जगह जाएगी. ये तो फिल्म धीरे धीरे लोगों ने देख देख के थोड़ा कॉन्फिडेंस दिया कि हाँ ये कमाल. लेकिन मेरे अंदर तो वैसे ही रहता है कि पता नहीं है यू हैव डन जस्टिस और नॉट, बट आई नो वी गिव इट आवर बेस्ट. सो अभी कहाँ जाता है क्या जाता है, रिएक्शंस आर एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी.
Ekta, I'll just ask Ekta. Ekta, it's quite heartening what you said that about releasing dobaaraa in theaters, and you would also have Divakar's film LSD2 that was announced, and it's a nice throwback to a time when OTT had not come, and we would see these films and the first LSD and Anurag's films in theaters. Would Cult be pushing in that direction, bringing these sort of indie films into theaters again?
So I'm hoping. I definitely want to release LSD2 and now Dobara as a beginning film. Eventually, it's going to be the response that will decide, because we can't take too much of a risk. We've taken a calculated risk here. LSD2 is like Love in the Times of Camera. was LSD1. Love in the Times of Internet is LSD2. So it's quite interesting to see how Divankar has now chosen the social politics in the time of internet in LSD2. So with these maverick makers, if I am going to be spending their time to make a film for cut, my job is to give it the best push I can give it. Till the last leg, I will try to get it into the theaters. Because I have seen at a time when LSD released, it might have not done well everywhere. But in Bombay on Sunday, you could not get tickets. And it was a film with no cast. You could not get tickets. People were calling me up. I was like, and that feeling, no amount of appreciation or OTT can give you. And I think I'm a euphoria junkie. I want that euphoria of a movie releasing in a theater because that's what we all come for. I mean, it is the magic of a cinema that you see a movie in. And this is a perfect date movie. Young people will go. We don't have great thrillers in the theater. And let's do that.
Anurag sir, hi. This is Disha here from News 18. Here. Hi. Hello. So I wanted to know from the trailer, I got shades of Stranger Things and Dark.
Good.
Wow. Yeah. So was this just coincidence or is there some kind of inspiration there?
No, it's not like that. I have a. If you look at the red raincoat, it's a creation of Prashant Sawant, who is my costume person, who puts in a lot of thought behind everything. So you have to ask this question to him. I can give you his number.
Trust me, when you see the film, and I felt that first scene where the kid is on the bicycle, it hits you like Stranger Things. The film is nothing like Stranger Things, but at that moment you feel finally we have this sci-fi thriller that I thought on my own that oh wow. So there's nothing like Stranger, but you will get that little bit, that tingy feeling when you see
It's in the
Stranger Things.
zone of
It's a
dark and
feeling you get
Stranger
when
Things and
you get to
everything.
see a sci-fi great narrative that definitely happens.
Film is actually very emotional.
Interestingly, you'll know what when the movie unfolds, how it has such because sci-fi is a world unexplored. So you will always find references with things that resonate.
Hi, sir. Anurag sir. Sanjita from Ministry of Bollywood here. Over here.
Left, right. Yeah, okay.
So I wanted to ask you, what is the significance of the title? Why Dobara? Because even in the teaser,
I think it's a very smart title.
Very
It's a
Anurag's
very
title,
smart
very
title.
smart.
And I think it serves a purpose. A very smart title. And the credit for it also.
The dobara, so dobara is a time which is very significant in the film. It's something that happens again, a repetition, and it's about second chances. So on every level,
Everything. The film, it is the perfect title for a film. And the credit of it must go to the writer, Nihit Bhave, who came up with the title, who also adapted the film. It's amazing.
Anurag, Justin here towards you, right here. Hi. Hi.
Justin.
Hi, Anurag. Hi. The discussion today, of course, is that only well-mounted spectacle films, especially from the South, will work at the box office. Every other film, especially mid-sized films, will. Anurag, your career has been a testimony of small films going big. Are current times scary to you as a filmmaker? And does this really signal the end of what once was called the multiplex film era?
That is a question you must ask the other filmmakers. For me, times have always been scary, forever, throughout my career. And the idea is to go out in this game. So, yes, for me, the risk factor is same here as it was for every other film. It's a really tough time for people who have established and understood the market and make very big films. For me, it's the same.
Hi, Ekta, this is Priyanka. Hi. So I wanted to ask, just following up from what Justin asked, this is of course the times that people are of course feeling that it's very unpredictable to kind of gauge what the box office will say, how the audience will reject or accept films. But as a producer, do you feel this is just a phase or the beginning of perhaps something permanent that would change how Indian cinema will go forward? And just the second part of it is also what the concern is that maybe the films with a lot of female stars might struggle. And why I ask this is because the films that are doing very well are led by, are mostly male centric action spectacles. And we've done a lot of progress in Hindi films where, women led films or female stars in the center, perhaps doing the kind of films that they were, telling stories that were risky and brave, were getting that acceptance from masses. Do you think we might undo that progress? Because in a lot of action films, female stars are just kind of relegated to maybe object of desire. How do you see that?
I think Gangubai just came and answered your question. So there's nothing like an actor who's male or female. It's a popular actor or not a popular actor. There are a lot of male actors who are not doing well also. So we should really give this a commerce bent instead of a gender bent. The first part of your question is today a film has given up euphoria for longevity. So there's a pre-sale, it's de-risk, its longevity is increased because if you don't catch it in the theaters, you're going to see it on a digital platform. But what you have given up for it is euphoria, the magic of cinema. So unless the film is really large, people are not paying because they believe that they can see it later on a platform, which is great for a maker because sometimes films that don't get patronage in the theaters land up being watched and then appreciated later. So the longevity helps a lot for if your film is good. But films which are the multiplex films, yes, suffer because they usually people choose to watch a digital route later. It doesn't mean they don't want to watch the film, but there is no urgency because they don't promise a theatrical experience. The reason we chose Dobara to come in the theaters is because when you go with your friends on a Sunday evening to watch a movie, not everything for young India or young urban, young mass India is going to be about seeing large scale doom dharam fights. Sometimes you want to go and catch a film that you can talk about at dinner later and have conversations about, especially because it's superb cinema. We're hoping that the movie gets that kind of patronage because if I'm wanting to go to the theater on a Sunday, I mean, I saw Elvis on so many weeks because I was like, there's a lot of audience. Top Gun. There are films that people will watch if the film is good, and that will add to the euphoria when you come to watch it on an OTT platform. And we're hoping to convert that audience that wants to see a film in the theater. So, like I said, there are good and bad to every what should I say invention, and the OTT invasion has the greatest advantage for small films because their longevity has increased. If you missed it for 2 weeks, it doesn't mean the film has become satellite won't buy it because it's not a mass, it's not a family film, you know.
And also, since you can't, we are not, nobody's a Nostradamus. We are not soothsayers. We don't know. In the sense, we are also watching. The thing is, but you have to take a chance. It's like you saying that bachpan mein, when I came to Bombay, I needed a guarantee that I will become a filmmaker and I will make a film. You can't. You risk your life, right? You come out and you're like, I want to do this, and you do it, and then let it tell you, no?
Like life may, if you don't take that little bit of risk, na, you'll
Never,
not
yeah.
be, you'll give up on euphoria, which is what makes us run, you know.
And it doesn't matter where people will watch films. I'll continue making films. तुम्हारी choice है कहाँ देखना देखना.
अनुराग जी मेरे दो
Alright, before we wrap up, we'll just take two last questions.
मेरे दो सवाल है
अनुराग जी एक
आता हूँ मैं आपके पास आता हूँ.
आपसे दो सवाल है. एक तो फिल्म जो थिएटर में भी रिलीज होगी साथ में ओटीटी पर भी जाएगी, तो दोनों अलग अलग वर्जन होंगे क्या?
नहीं एक ही वर्जन होगा, बाद में
महीने बाद
जाएगी.
आएगी.
वो बाद में आएगी. OTT पे काफी बाद में आएगी.
ओके, लेकिन अगर आपकी फिल्म जब ओटीटी पे जाती है, आपकी फिल्में मतलब टाइम के बहुत ही अहेड रहती है, तो वो आप विदाउट सेंसर ही डालेंगे कि विद सेंसर?
नहीं, एक ही वर्जन है. हमारी फिल्म ऑलरेडी UA सर्टिफिकेट है. हमारी फिल्म ऑलरेडी सेंसर से क्लियर है. They already have a UA certificate. It's cleared by the censor. Same version will go everywhere. Same version is playing at the festivals also. कोई अलग वर्जन नहीं.
निर्माता है अगर तो उनसे एक सवाल पूछना चाहूंगी, सुनीर जी.
क्षेत्र में। तो आप ही बता दीजिए, लाइक whenever the film is getting released in a international arena, maybe in a film festival or so, तो ऐसे होता है कि यहाँ इंडियन मार्केट जो थोड़ा सा उसमें थिएटर तक जाने के लिए कंजूसी करता है, मतलब नहीं जाते हैं लोग देखने के लिए, तो क्या कहेंगे इस बारे में?
नहीं, हमारी फिल्म जा रही है, हर जगह लोग देख रहे हैं, हम लोग की फिल्म जा रही है और लोग देख रहे हैं।
नहीं, रिलीज के बाद की बात कर रहे हैं।
रिलीज के बाद भी देखेंगे, वो तो रिलीज के बाद का वो ना, मुझे ये नहीं मालूम कल क्या होने वाला है।
What she's asking is your film a festival film? Is it a bowling
No,
festival?
it's a genre film. देखो क्या ना, genre film festival जो होता है वो एक अलग फेस्टिवल होता है। फैंटेसिया या इनसे के बारे में वहाँ सिर्फ थ्रिलर्स और हॉरर्स दिखाते हैं, और वो फिल्में दिखाते हैं जिसके लिए ऑडियंस जाती है, वहाँ पे आर्ट हाउस फिल्म्स नहीं दिखाते। तो ये फिल्म जॉनर फेस्टिवल्स में जा रही है, और ये जॉनर फेस्टिवल्स में हर जगह प्ले कर रही है, विच फॉर अस इज वेरी हार्टनिंग बिकॉज इट मीन्स दैट इट इज रीचिंग आउट टू दैट, ये वाली ऑडियंस जो सिटी में जाती है, वो जॉनर फेस्टिवल होता है।
अनुराग जी, सो यहाँ पे सर तापसी जी की बात की जाए तो 2019 में उन्होंने आपके साथ मनमर्जियाँ की थी, तो काफी
18
हाँ 2018 में, तो जो है काफी हिट हुई थी फिल्म और लोगों ने काफी पसंद किया था, और उसके बाद से हम देख रहे हैं कि तापसी जी की कोई भी नहीं रही, तो हम क्या सोचे कि आपके साथ ही उनकी हिट फिल्में होंगी।
नहीं, ये सब अब कैसे मतलब मैं सोचता भी नहीं हूँ ये सब। आई थिंक यू नो आप इस तरह से फिल्म बना ही नहीं सकते। मैं तो फिल्में नए लोगों के साथ बनाता हूँ, अगर वो हिट वाले चक्कर में बनाता तो मैं स्टार्स का वेट करता रहता ना। मैं तो फिल्में उनके साथ बनाता हूँ जो अच्छे एक्टर्स हैं, जो चांस लेते हैं, जो मुझे ट्रस्ट करते हैं, और जो मेरे साथ जो है हाथ पकड़ के चलते हैं, मैं उनके साथ फिल्में बनाता हूँ। मेरी किसी फिल्म में आप देखोगे तो आपको वो लगातार वही दिखेगा। आई थिंक तापसी इज अ वेरी हार्ड वर्किंग, वेरी गुड एक्टर, and she takes her chances and she goes out and she also pushes other people. चलना ना चलना तो किसी की फिल्म नहीं चल रही, और जिसकी चलनी है उसकी चल रही है, तो वो तो हमारे हाथ में भी नहीं है। आजकल तो कुछ भी नहीं चल रहा है, लॉकडाउन में तो सब रुका था।
जी सर, लास्ट क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम दैट।
अनुराग, ये सवाल आपसे नहीं हो, बजट आपके लिए कभी कंस्ट्रेंट रहा है या इस फिल्म में खास तौर पे रहा है?
हमेशा फिल्म मैं ऐसे ही सोच के बनाता हूँ, बैकवर्ड्स काम करता हूँ। मैं हर फिल्म में बजट के अंदर रहता हूँ, बजट मैं नहीं डिसाइड करता हूँ, प्रोड्यूसर डिसाइड करता है, और जो हमारे जो प्रोड्यूसर है वो फिल्म पे स्क्रिप्ट पे बैठते हैं और बजट डिसाइड करते हैं। आई ऑलवेज वर्क बैकवर्ड्स सो दैट नोबडी लूजेस मनी। एक एक्सपीरियंस काफी था, उस फिल्म में मैंने इतना लॉस ले लिया कि अगले 10 फिल्मों के लिए
बिल्कुल आखिरी सवाल ये कि आपने तापसी के अलावा जो कास्ट चुनी है, कुछ उनके बारे में थोड़ा सा बताएं, और खास करके नासिर के कास्टिंग के बारे में, क्योंकि साउथ के बहुत बड़े विलेन हैं।
बिकॉज वो फिल्म के लिए बहुत करेक्ट है, एंड हम लोग बहुत बड़े फैन रह चुके हैं। वो सेट पे जिस दिन आए तो हम लोग तो पागल हो गए थे देख के। पहली बार उनके साथ काम करने का मौका मिला। शाश्वता है इस फिल्म में, जो कहानी में थे, उनके भी फैन रहा हूँ मैं, तो उनके साथ भी पहली बार काम करने का मौका मिला। उसके अलावा जो है पावेल है और राहुल भट्ट है। बाकी लोग जो हैं आप पहचानोगे उनको देखोगे तो दीज आर आवर मेन कैरेक्टर, एंड एक लड़का है आर्यन सावंत, सो ये हमारे की कैरेक्टर्स है फिल्म के, और सभी माहिर मंझे हुए कलाकार हैं।
शुक्रिया।
हाय,
थैंक
एक
यू
लास्ट
सो मच
सवाल।
ladies and gentlemen। अच्छा, आप डिसाइड करिए।
एकता मैम और अनुराग सर, आप दोनों से सवाल है। आपकी फिल्में कंटेंट ड्रिवन होती ही है, लेकिन साथ ही साथ बोल्डनेस भी ज्यादा होती है, और यही वजह है कि आपकी फिल्में जब भी CPFC के टेबल पर जाती है तो काफी काट-छाट होती है। और
कहा
पहले एक्सपीरियंस भी हो चुका है सर, बहुत सारे आपने प्रेस
मेरी फिल्म कभी नहीं कटी है, सिवाय मेरी सबसे ज्यादा सेंसर्ड फिल्म मालूम है कौन सी थी? बॉम्बे वेलवेट। और मालूम है क्यों? क्योंकि पहला जीवा मेरी ना वासेपुर कटी है, ना अगली कटी है। अब वो किसने कह दिया मेरी फिल्म कटती है? तो वो आपके पास इंफॉर्मेशन गलत है। हमने तो उड़ता पंजाब भी नहीं कटने दी।
जी, तो इक्वेशन बनाने के लिए अभी ये जो फिल्म है, इसमें तो मुझे नहीं लगता कुछ करना पड़ेगा, लेकिन फिर भी कितने कॉन्फिडेंट है इस बात पर?
यूए फिल्म, मेरी यूए फिल्म देखी कभी?
सेंसर से निकल भी आई।
सेंसर से निकल गई है फिल्म, और मैंने जिंदगी में बहुत कम फिल्में जिसमें यू आता है, यू वर्ड आता है। मेरी हर फिल्म ए होती है, ये यू ए ये मेरे लिए बहुत बड़ा अचीवमेंट
I
है।
want a lot of young people to see the film, even kids. You know, it's a very, very interesting film.
It's a film for you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. 19th August is when this movie releases. The theater.
Thank you, everyone. Thank
Please
you,
go
everyone.
watch. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Photo op,
Did
right.
you guys like the trailer?
ए, दिल से बोलो।
Seriously, there's no taxi, so I'm like standing.